EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Orlando Classic. The house that Mr. Palmer built, Bay Hill Club and Lodge, nestled in the heart of Orlando, Florida. This course plays host to one of the great tournaments on the PGA Tour schedule, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo here today, bringing you all the action from today's round at Bay Hill. Now to the 11th hole, we pick up with our featured golfer. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider 4-round events, Rich, you're going to have a period where there's a little lull. As long as you can minimize the damage over the course of 4 days, it turns out all right.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, really got to take advantage of it.
Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway.
Second shot.
That one was running so hot. So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, pitch shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. So just a formality here. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. At the par 4 13th now, Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Just a couple of feet.
Just moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards, Frank.
It plays uphill, prevailing breeze too, into your face, so normally much longer than its yardage.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Starting to pile up the birdies. 5 under par for the tournament. There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports and Golf Channel on NBC. Pleased as always to be at the house that the King built, Arnold Palmer, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida.
A golf course that's produced many a great champion. Tiger Woods has won it a whopping 8 times. Ernie Els has won it twice. This is a place that tests the best in the game.
Get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, Frank. Start of a round at a great golf course like Bay Hill. 461-yard opening par 4. What does it take here?
Nice little draw off the tee. If you're a little fearful, the out of bounds on the left where the practice fairway often comes into play.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round.
Yet another birdie and yet another tie at the top of the leaderboard.
Back to the second hole here at Bay Hill. Frank, long par 3.
And that green slopes so much from right to left, so you can actually use the contours of the green here.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Now to the par 4 third. Picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. This is going to take your best swing.
Water all down the left side.
Oh, that's fine.
You know what's great about Bay Hill is that it's the house that Arnold Palmer built, the King. And if you do visit Bay Hill, there's actually a decent chance that at some point you'll bump into Arnold, either in the grill room for breakfast or out of the driving range. Still loves the game, always has. And there's also a good chance that Arnold will say hello to you, look you in the eye. He is the best there ever was when it comes to fan interaction. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and yeah, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo back at the 4th. It's the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
The litmus test is that first bunker on the left side. If you can get it past that, you've hit it over 330 yards.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. And getting ready for the putt. pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Slaughter alongside my friend Frank Nobilo. We're in sunny Orlando, Florida, at the house that Arnold built, Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities today?
Par 5s are certainly gettable at Bay Hill. You have to, really, because the par 3s are very, very difficult. That's really the go-to. The standard of the greens, though, in Florida are always good. Bay Hill, they run normally at a good speed, so you can certainly make a few putts. But, yeah, par 5s are the place to make you score at Bay Hill.
Headed for the bunker, I think. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Shouldn't be a problem here. That is some good work right there. Birdie, one shot closer to the lead. Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design, fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Frank going for 2 in a row now.
Oh, good roll, good putt.
It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
There you go, 310 yards, caught all of that one, and straight as well. It's in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Birdie try up next. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
That birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. Get those ice blue skies. How do you get off to a good start here on this second 9?
Well, really, you've got to pick a target here. You don't just blaze away at the 10th. The hole bends to the right. If you can get it over that bunker, you've got just a short iron, even a wedge in here. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Drops for a birdie. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Just a couple of feet. Has it. Good putt right there. Frank, 574-yard par 5. Scoring opportunity here.
The breeze behind, once again, a reachable par 5. The hardest thing about this hole really is the green. It's raised up a little bit, slopes off on either side.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Frank, the good players certainly aren't panicked when they're in a fairway bunker, are they?
Just make sure your feet stay nice and firm in the sand there. There's a tendency to move your feet around a little bit.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Playing his third here at the par 5. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
They par yesterday. This one for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Welcome to the King's Palace. This is Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for EA Sports. Today, we're here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, it's right in the heart of Orlando, Florida. You've played this course before. What do you need to look out for?
Ideally, you've got to hit the ball with a high, soft landing flight, which is not a shot that most amateurs have in their bag. But Florida courses, they differ from a lot of the other courses within North America, and what they lack in change of elevation, they make up in difficulty by the use of water and very firm greens.
It is a par 72 with a tough finishing stretch. That will be a great look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Boy, look out. Just 2 shots back after that birdie.
And now things are starting to change too.
We're here at the 15th now, and a big dogleg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You've got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay short of that, then that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Frank, what are the problems posed with a fairway bunker shot?
He's got to hit it nearly perfect, Rich, because the bunker's going to magnify any mistake he makes. This is where you really have to focus on great contact.
Frank, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and get any more out of that. Smart shot.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
This is a good-looking shot. So he didn't hit the green in regulation, but he still has a reasonably good chance to save his par, about 10 feet away. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Struggling a bit with the flat stick, and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. And that's a bogey. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play.
Good contact, good result. Frank is cranking it and banking it. Giant drives and boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy. But on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
This one looks right on point.
Repetitive is often sounds boring. This is just shot after shot, and it's anything other than that. Spectacular.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, Frank, I did not expect that. An eagle. Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. A little bit downhill, that's about the only advantage you get.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, A chance for another one today. Trying to make yet another birdie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. 2008, Frank. Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th. Final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
He's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to read it correctly.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Now a 7-footer. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Just a great putt and a great win.